Good morning, dear students. So I am opening this exercise 10.1. Question number 1 and 2, and then yes, 1, 2 you just go through by yourself. If you find difficult any question, you just let me know. So question number 3, you see a tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the point O at a point Q so that OK is equal to 12. So find the length of PQ. Length of PQ is means one of these options. What is it? A tangent PQ at a point P of a circle of radius 5 cm meets a line through the center O at a point Q. So the situation is like this. Center of the circle is O and a tangent at P. We draw a tangent at this point P. This is tangent at P. And through the center O, there is a line which will be made by this tangent at a point Q. That means this point is Q. PQ is tangent at point P, and this line is passing through the center and it meets this tangent at Q. This is the situation. Now question is here, what is the length of this PQ if the radius of the circle is 5 cm? Radius is 5, and what is the length of the tangent? This is radius 5 cm. OP is radius. Draw the radius at P only, because you have to use that relationship between radius and tangent. That angle between radius and tangent is 90-degree angle. So you have to use this concept here. And the distance of this point Q from the center O is given to you, that is 12 cm. So all these things are given only. So it is a right triangle. You can use here Pythagoras theorem to know the length of PQ. So you can write here, that is question number 3. Its solution you can write this way. In figure, O is the center. O is the center of the circle. Center of the circle. Okay. And PQ is tangent. PQ is a tangent at P. So OQ is equal to 12 cm. Therefore, by Pythagoras theorem, PQ square plus OQ square, no, base square plus perpendicular square equal to hypotenuse square, equal to PQ square plus OP square, not OQ, OP square is equal to OQ square. So PQ is PQ only, plus OP is 12, OQ is 12, OP is 5 square, and OQ is 12 square. PQ square is equal to 12 square 144 minus 5 square, that is 25, is equal to, that is 14 minus 5 9, 3 minus 2 1, 119, that is PQ square. Now take the square root of both sides, then PQ will be equal to root over 119 centimeter. This is our answer. Okay. So answer is root over 119 centimeter. Here the option is D. Question number 4 is left to you. You read and just do by yourself. Okay. Look at exercise 10.2. Here, question number 1. You see, from a point Q, the length of tangents to a circle is 24 cm, and the distance of point Q from the center is 25 cm. The radius of the circle you have to find out. So by previous method, you draw a circle of the previous type only. Draw a circle, draw a tangent, draw the radius, and distance of the point from the center also you join and the same way you can solve this question, okay, by Pythagoras theorem. Question number 1, you try by yourself. You have to draw diagram. I am just showing you the hint part. I am just giving you, just you see. You can say this diagram only, everything will be just like this only. It will be just here only the measures are one side PQ from a point Q, the length of this tangent is 24. This number is given to you, 24 centimeter. Okay, then this is 24, and then the distance of Q from the center is 25. This side is 25. Distance of Q from the center is 25. What is the radius? Use your Pythagoras theorem, that OP square plus PQ square equal to OQ square. Okay, OP square plus PQ square equal to OQ square. Use your Pythagoras theorem and get the result, that is OP you will get by using Pythagoras theorem. Understood, students? This is question number 1 of 10.2. Let us look at question number 2. In figure 10.11, that if TP and TQ are two tangents to a circle with center O, so that angle POQ is equal to 110 degree, then angle PTQ is equal to, you are asked to find out this angle PTQ. Okay, this angle POQ is given to you 110 degree, then you have to find out angle PTQ, this angle. Okay, so here you have to find out, you see, we know one theorem is there, you know, that radius of a circle. First theorem, radius of a circle is perpendicular to a tangent at a point of contact. That is, this angle Q is 90 degree because OQ is radius, TQ is tangent. So this angle is 90 degree. Like that, this angle also is 90 degree. Then OQTP is a quadrilateral. The sum of the four angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So 90 plus 110, 200 degree plus 90 degree. So it will be 290 degree. Then 360 minus 290 will be what? This angle 70 degree. Okay, no? So this angle will be 70 degree. That is our answer. That is here the answer is B. B is the answer. Clear? That is one way. Another way is this one also. Since this is 90, this is 90, that means sum of these two angles is 180 degree. Then sum of the remaining two angles also will be 180 degree. So that means OPTQ will be a cyclic quadrilateral. In class 9 you learned one theorem now. In a cyclic quadrilateral, sum of the opposite angles is 180 degree. So this is 90 means this is 90 and their sum is 180. So the remaining angle sum also is 180. So it is 110. So this will be 180 minus 110. That means 70 degree. That way also you can say. There are so many ways to say this angle. So I will not write it. You just write down. Okay, this is 70. If justification is required, you can give that way. If tangents P and PB from a point P to a circle of with center O are inclined to each other at an angle of 80 degree, just similar situation. Just I am drawing this figure, just you see. So this is the diagram, students. PA, this is suppose P, this is external point P, this is PA and this is PB. They are inclined to each other at an angle. You are asked what is this angle is given 80 degree. Okay, inclined to each other at an angle of 80 degree. Then what is the measure of angle? POA. See students, if it is 80 degree, by that sum of the two opposite angles of a cyclic quadrilateral is 180 degree. Since this angle is 90 degree, no? This angle is 90 degree. That is 90 here because radius is perpendicular to a tangent. This is 90 degree. This is also 90 degree by the same region. That is, it is a cyclic quadrilateral. Then sum of this angle and this angle also is 180 degree. When 80 degree is here, then this angle is 100 degree. No, because 100 plus 80 is 180. So we can write that part like this also. Since angle OAP is equal to 90, which is also equal to angle OBP, because radius is perpendicular on a tangent at the point of contact. So here I have written what? Radius of a circle is perpendicular to a tangent at the point of contact. That's why both these angles are 90 degree. Now this angle plus this angle, therefore angle AOB plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree, because OAPB is a cyclic quadrilateral. OAPB is a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, therefore what you can say, angle AOB plus angle APB is equal to 180 degree. Then AOB, it is not given to you, you write here AOB, but APB, you know, APB is 80 degree, it is given to you. Since you write here, since angle APB is equal to 80 degree, given only, it is given that two tangents are inclined to each other at an angle of 80 degree. So from here what you can say, angle AOB is equal to 180 minus 80, 100 degree. This is our answer. But dear students, here angle AOB is 180 degree, 100 degree, but we are asked to find out angle POA. POA, that means we need to join this PO. We need to join this PO. Okay, that is this angle. We have to say this angle. What is the measure of this angle? You know, these two are congruent triangles. You know, no? Then this angle equal to this angle. That means this angle must be half of the whole angle AOB. So that means AOB is half. You have to write half of angle AOB is half of 100 degree. So half of angle AOB means multiplying half on both sides. Half of angle AOB will be equal to what? Angle POA. That is angle POA is equal to half of 100 degree, that is 50 degree. So this is the option. Okay students, this is our answer. Question number 4 is C. Prove that the tangents drawn at the ends of a diameter of a circle are parallel. Let us draw a circle, then we'll draw tangents at the ends of a diameter. So let us draw a circle first. So here I am drawing a circle. So this is the circle, and draw a diameter first, because you have to draw tangents at the ends of a diameter. So this is the center, suppose this is the center and this is a diameter. This is the diameter. So it is AB. AB is diameter. Okay. Then this, through this A, draw a tangent at the ends of a diameter, it is asked. And at this end also you draw another tangent here. So this is also a tangent. So now we have to prove that these two tangents are parallel. Students, you know, radius of a circle is perpendicular to a tangent at the point of contact. Since OA is radius, so it will be 90 degree here, because radius is perpendicular to a tangent. So it is PQ. On the tangent PQ, OA is a perpendicular, so this angle is 90 degree. Like that, here this angle is 90 degree, because this OB is also radius only. Part of the diameter is radius. This is half of the diameter, so radius only. So that will also make here 90 degree angle with the tangent at the point of contact. Okay. So then say this is RS. These alternate interior angles are equal. Then what about these two lines? They are parallel lines. Okay. How to write the answer? Let us see the answer now. So given thing, O is the center of the circle and AOB is a diameter. To prove, also PQ and RS are two tangents through ends of diameter AB. Proof. To prove, we are going to show what? PQ parallel to RS. Okay. So for our proof, first we'll say like this. Let us give names to the angles. Let us say this angle is angle 1, and this angle is angle 2. Now we'll write by number this angle 1 is equal to 90 degree because radius is perpendicular to a tangent. That we will say. Angle 2 also is 90 degree by that same rule. Since radius is perpendicular to a tangent at the point of contact, therefore angle 1 is equal to 90 degree. Similarly, angle 2 also equal to 90 degree. 2 also is equal to 90 degree. That is, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So, you can say like this, but angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. Therefore, n equal, and also you can say n also equal. Therefore, PQ parallel to RS, because when a pair of alternate interior angles between two lines, if two lines are intersected by a transversal, a pair of alternate interior angles if equal, the two lines are parallel. Once again, if two lines are intersected by a transversal and a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. By that reason, we are saying these two lines are parallel. The situation was like this. Here was a diameter. This angle was this is 90 degree, this is 90 degree. So these two are equal, means we can say the diameter is a transversal for these two lines. So then these two tangents are parallel by the same reason. Okay, students, this is how we have to write the proof. So in the proof, you have to write the given portion, given, then after that to proof. If construction required, then construction, but construction is not required here. Everything was given only. To proof statement, then proof. To proof and proof both are different. Okay, to proof means what we are going to show, and proof means how we are giving the how we are establishing the result, how we have established the result. So that is the proof part. Okay, students. So thank you. Look at question number 5, students. Prove that the perpendicular at the point of contact to the tangent to a circle passes through the center. How to give the proof of this statement? Here, this say PQ is a tangent at the point T. PQ is a tangent to the circle whose center is O. Now, if at the point T, if we draw a perpendicular, the statement wants to say that if we draw a perpendicular at the point T, that is this way, this is a perpendicular at the point T. But just now we are not saying that it is passing through the center, but it is a perpendicular at the point T, say AT. AT is perpendicular on the tangent at the point T. Now we need to show that since it is perpendicular at the point of contact, then it is passing through the center O also. We need to establish this result. Now you see, you can't draw another line from O to T because O is the center and a radius of a circle is perpendicular to a tangent at the point of contact. Another line you cannot show as a perpendicular and in another place. Means here if you draw one more line this way somewhere, it will not be perpendicular. At T only it will be perpendicular, that you know. But for the time being, suppose I am saying like this. So in figure, O is the center of the circle and PQ is a tangent to the circle at the point T. PQ is a tangent, and here AT is perpendicular on this PQ at T. We need to prove that AT is passing through the center O. So to prove AT passes through center O. Okay, AT passes through center O. Proof. OT is joined. You say like this, OT is joined. Now OT is joined means what? OT is radius and T is point of contact. Therefore OTP, angle OTP is equal to 90 degree, because radius is perpendicular to a tangent. Radius is perpendicular to a tangent at the point of contact. At the point of contact. So angle OTP is equal to 90 degree. Again, it is given that AT is perpendicular. That means angle ATP also is 90 degree. Angle ATP also is 90 degree. Again, angle ATP is also 90 degree. Since AT is perpendicular on PTQ. So on PTQ it is AT is perpendicular. That is, angle OTP is same as angle ATP. So it can happen only when, you see, angle OTP and angle ATP, they are equal. It means what? OT and AT, they represent one line only, they coincide. So we'll say that is, so it gives us that OT and AT coincide. Okay, OT and AT coincide. Therefore this is OT and AT coincide. Therefore what you can say, AT passes through, because coincide means on the same line. That means on the same line means since OT is touching the center, AT also is on the same OT and AT overlapping. That means AT also is passing through the center only. So we'll say AT passes through the center O, because OT and AT coincide. This is the proof of the statement. Okay, students? Means coincide means this is one line. Again on that another line, suppose you draw, that represents what? They are representing the same line. That is, through which this first line is passing, through those points the second line also is passing. That is the meaning of it. Okay, students?